Excuse me, can you?
All right, so the Law Enforcement Committee for the Williamson County Commission is now in session. It is 5:30. And Michelle, you've got the notice to read, correct?
I do.
Okay, if you'd read that, please.
Okay. If there's no objection from the members and in accordance with Executive Order 51, let the minutes reflect that the Law Enforcement Committee members find it necessary that this meeting be held electronically to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the public due to the COVID-19 pandemic. When roll call is called by the chairman, please acknowledge when your name is called that you can hear the other members of the board. All votes must be taken by roll call. The chairman will call your name, at which time you express your vote. And prior to making a motion or second or asking a question or making a comment, please state your name.
All right, so Chairman Aiello is not able to attend tonight, so I will be chairing the meeting as vice chair. So just real quick, for attendance purposes, I'm just going to list the commissioners that are here, and if you'll just answer that you're present. Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones present.
Commissioner Lathers?
Present.
And Commissioner Smith?
Present.
And obviously Commissioner Mason is here. All right, let's get to our first. We have 13 resolutions. The first one is resolution authorizing the county mayor to execute a contract between the state of Tennessee Department of Transportation and Williamson County for a trash collecting grant for fiscal year 2020 to 21. Is there anybody here to talk on this resolution?
Mr. Smith, move for approval.
Commissioner Jones present. Second.
Any discussion on the matter? It looks like this is a grant, so it's money being provided to us for a service. All right.
We get this every year.
Okay. All right. So let's do a roll call vote. Commissioner Smith, Jones?
Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers? Commissioner Mason is a yes. Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Yes.
All right. Resolution passes. All right. Second resolution is resolution accepting a conditional donation of $2,500 from Country Financial CC Services Incorporated to be used to purchase Canine equipment and appropriating and amending the 2020-21 Williamson County Sheriff's Office budget by $2,500. Revenues to come from donation. Is there a motion?
Move for
Mr.
approval.
Smith, move for approval.
I think we all did. Pick one.
Sheriff Rhodes, do you want to be heard on this resolution?
Can you hear me? Because like I said, I'm having
Yes,
to do my
sir.
phone. Okay. Yeah, basically it's just a donation that these individuals want to give us to enhance their canine program.
Okay, so this appears to be a donation for the canine program. All right, are we all ready to vote?
Who was the motion, Madam Chair?
We need a motion in a second. We've never got one.
I think we all talked at the same time. I'll just move for approval. We need a second.
Smith, second.
So Commissioner Smith, second. All right, we're all ready to vote. Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is a yes. All right, moving down the list to the third one. Is resolution accepting a conditional donation of a Belizean Malinois dog from Brad Fair on behalf of the Williamson County Sheriff's Department. And I'm sure I butchered that dog, bless its heart. So is there a motion?
Move for approval.
I'll second the motion. All right, Sheriff, you want to correct us on the name?
That's a Belgian Malinois. And basically Brad Fan is one of he basically started in my narcotics unit. And this is a dog that he used to be in our Canine unit. And this is a dog that he has gotten and he's training it right now. And we're going to use it with the narcotics unit just as a narcotics detection dog. It won't do anything other than, like I say, be narcotics, won't do any bite work or anything like that.
Is Deputy Fan donating the dog permanently, or is it just for a time period?
As I understand it, it'll be permanently until it retires, at which time I would assume he wants it back.
Okay, all right. Commissioners, any questions? Any discussion? All right, ready to vote? Commissioner Smith? Oh, well, I'm way out of order. But go ahead, Commissioner Smith.
Commissioner Smith, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. Sorry, guys. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, resolution accepting a conditional donation. Wait a minute. Sorry, it keeps going back to my first one. All right. Resolution appropriating and amending the 2020-21 Williamson County General Sessions DUI court budget by $58,526.95. Revenues to come from unappropriated county general fund balance. Is there a motion?
Commissioner Jones, move to approve. Williams, second.
All right. Is Judge Andre here or anybody on behalf of drug court?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Scott, I can hear you.
Yes. Scott Pieper, I'm the coordinator for Judge Andre's DUI Recovery Court program.
right.
These are funds from donations that we've received from the foundation that have not been expended.
Okay. All right. Any questions from the commissioners or anybody? All right, ready to vote? Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Commissioner Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. All right, resolution passes. Moving on to number 5, resolution appropriating and amending the 2020-21 Williamson County General Sessions DUI court budget by $400,000 for the DUI court substance abuse and mental health services grant. Revenues to come from federal grant funds. Is there a motion?
Commissioner Jones, move for approval.
Smith, second.
Scott, do you have anything you'd like to discuss with this resolution?
Yes, ma'am. Just to let you know that this is the 3rd year funding of a 5-year grant we received.
Okay. All right. Any further questions or discussion on the floor? All right, ready to vote. Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. All right, moving on to the next resolution, resolution number 6 in our packet. Resolution appropriating and amending the 2020-2021 Williamson County General Sessions DUI court budget by $207,766.31 for the DUI court substance abuse and mental health services grant. Revenues to come from rollover federal grant funds.
Move for approval. Commissioner Jones.
Second, Lathers.
Scott, Is there anything to add with this one?
Not really. Like you said, these are the rollover funds from the previous county fiscal year that were remaining from the second grant year.
All right, any questions, any discussions? Ready to vote then? Commissioner Jones?
Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. Next resolution is resolution appropriating and amending the 2020-21 Veterans Treatment Court budget by $27,500, revenues to come from Veterans Treatment Court Reserve. Is there a motion?
Commissioner Jones, move for approval.
Is there a second?
Smith, second.
Is
Williams,
Judge,
second.
is Judge Taylor or anybody here for Veterans Court that'd like to add some input on this resolution? It looks like this is a rollover of funds from a reserve account or from reserve funds. Anybody have any questions, comments? All right, ready to vote? Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
Commissioner Mason is also a yes. The resolution passes. Moving on, resolution appropriating $38,385.77 to the 21st District Recovery Court, revenues to come from DUI fines. Is there a motion?
Jones, yes. Move for approval.
Is there a
Second.
second? Thank you, Commissioner Smith. All right, Connie Martin, I saw you on the call earlier. Do you want to tell us anything about this resolution?
This is just some monies from DUI funds that's appropriated for treatment programs such as ours that address alcohol and drug addiction.
All right. Any questions, comments? All right. Seeing none, ready to vote. Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is yes as well. The resolution passes. All right. Resolution appropriating $59,174.90 to the 21st District Recovery Court, revenues to come from dedicated account. Is there a motion?
Commissioner Jones, move for approval.
Lathers, second.
All right, Connie, what do you want to tell us about this one?
These are monies that are actually collected from offenders that have been charged with certain drug offenses, and so it's part of the court costs. It says $25, I think, of each one comes to some type of treatment program, such as ours, recovery courts in particular.
Okay. And Judge Johnson, I see you on the call. Are you here for any of the recovery court resolutions, or is there another resolution? I don't want to leave you out.
No, just this one, and I agree with what Connie has already said.
Okay. All right, any discussions, questions? All right, ready to vote? Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Mr. Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. Resolution passes. All right, resolution authorizing the Williamson County Mayor to sign a grant contract with the State of Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth and amending the 2020-21 juvenile court budget by $49,301.32. Revenues to come from state grant funds. Is there a motion?
Commissioner Jones, move for approval. Williams, second.
All right. And then, Zany, I see you're here. Do you want to talk to us about this resolution?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner. Two things that I just wanted to say about it. First of all, it's an ongoing grant that we've had with the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth for our assessment specialist. But also that there will be an amendment at the county commission meeting just in the title of the resolution. It should say the juvenile services budget and not the juvenile court budget, but there's always some confusion with that. But I was asked to make you all aware that they would be amending that at the county commission meeting.
All right. Is that something that we need to just amend now? Because we're going to have to vote on the correct title.
This is Michelle. Yeah, I would go ahead and do that.
Okay. Do we need to do that by vote, or is that more of an administrative correction?
I'm going to call it an administrative correction.
Okay. All
The
right.
rest of it refers just juvenile services. So.
Okay. All right. Any questions, comments? Seeing none, ready to vote. Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers? Commissioner Smith?
Commissioner Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. Resolution passes with the understanding of the correction in the title. All right, resolution appropriating and amending the 2020-21 juvenile court budget by $20,118.32. Revenues to come from state grant funds. Is there a motion?
Commissioner Jones, move to approve. Williams,
Smith,
second.
second.
And I think I skipped one, so we'll go back to that. But Zanny, anything to add on this one?
No, this is just a rollover from last year's grant. It's actually a October 1st through September 30th grant, so we still have a quarter left of that.
Okay. All right, any questions, comments?
Commissioner Jones, I might have misunderstood you, but mine that I'm looking at is 29,183. Is that correct, what you said, or I might have misunderstood you?
I skipped a resolution on accident. I'll have to go back to the $29,000 one. I'm on the 12th one. I apologize.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I should have been scrolled down with you.
So this one is the one for the $20,118.32 revenues to come from state funds that we're talking about. All right, any other questions?
I'm sorry, Commissioner, but does it say juvenile services budget or juvenile court budget on that one?
Juvenile budget.
It should say juvenile services budget.
All right, so this one needs the same change as we discussed in the last one. Zanny, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, yes, that is correct. The title would need to change as well.
Okay. And I think we've determined that's more of an administrative change, but it'll be corrected for the full commission meeting. Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, ready to vote. Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. The resolution passes. All right, going backwards by one, this is resolution authorizing the Williamson County Mayor to sign a grant contract with the State of Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth and amending the 2020-21 juvenile court budget by $29,183. Revenues to come from state grant funds. Is there a motion?
Commissioner Jones, move for approval. Williams, second.
Smith, second.
All right. And Zanny, does this one also need to be changed to juvenile services?
It does.
Okay.
Juvenile services.
And again, this is grant funding that's being received. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Any other questions or comments? All right, seeing none, ready to vote? Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith? Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
Commissioner Mason is a yes as well. Resolution passes. And this gets us to the last one that I have. Resolution correcting revenue and expense line items previously approved in Resolution 7-20-22 as it relates to grant fund, the 2020-21 juvenile services budget. Is there a motion? Is
Commissioner Jones, move for approval.
there a second?
Lathers, second.
All right. Zanny, when I read this, it appears that we passed a resolution in July and it accidentally had the wrong amount on it. Is that correct?
Actually, it just had the wrong line item. The grant line items can be a little tricky sometimes, and so we actually had a mistake in the line item that the money was placed into.
Okay. And so this is correcting that and getting it into the correct line item.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, ready to vote. Commissioner Jones?
Commissioner Jones, yes.
Commissioner Lathers?
Lathers, yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Smith, yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Williams, yes.
And Commissioner Mason is yes as well. Resolution passes. That is all I have unless there are any late filed or resolutions I skipped over.
There was
Is there
not.
anything? All right, so that concludes our meeting unless anybody has anything else they'd like to add or say before we get ready to conclude. All right,
Great job, Chairman.
thank you guys for hanging in there with me today. Sorry, my voice keeps going in and out. Is there a motion to terminate this meeting?
Move to adjourn.
All right, second? All right,
Second.
all right, thank you guys. Everybody have a great night.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. Thanks.
Bye.